And welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Martinique versus Panama in CONCACAF Gold Cup 2023 Group C. Martinique contra Panama en la Copa Oro Grupo C Jornada 2. Big match. The winner of this will pretty much be qualified to the knockout stage through Group C. The loser of this has to make sure things don't go completely off the rails in match day 3. Panama, of course, will play El Salvador match day 3. Martinique will play Costa Rica. Very likely so that El Salvador will need a win against Panama. Whether Panama will win tonight or not. Especially if they win tonight. El Salvador going to need 2 wins. Costa Rica are going to need 2 wins to pretty much get through this group. El Salvador, Costa Rica play each other. One of those 2 teams could be very likely damned to the drop. If they lose, if it's a draw, I would think one of them could still get through. They would still both be alive, but it makes it a lot harder. It just means they would have to win their game. So, again, the table seems simple enough. Now, if both teams draw and there's a loser in Costa Rica versus El Salvador, that team would be eliminated. If there's a draw here in Martinique versus Panama and there's a loser in Costa Rica versus El Salvador, that would mean the loser of that game is eliminated. That is the only way we could have a team mathematically eliminated from Group C. I don't think we have a team who's mathematically put through if there's a winner here. I think they're pretty much on the precipice, but I don't think there would be a mathematical, unless there's a winner and then there's a draw in Costa Rica, El Salvador, which would mean the best Costa Rica, El Salvador could do is 4 points. The loser of this could still do 6. Panama, the winner of this could do 9. So, as it is, I think that would, yeah. So again, that's just running through the scenarios. With that being said, lineups are as follows. For Martinique, Theo de Persine, Florian Lapis, Michelet, Florent Pololo, Thimon, Jonathan Mexique, Marnie, Rupern, Arbeau, Efestion, and Brighton Lebeau for Martinique, who have just won a match. They won their last match against El Salvador. Crazily enough. For Panama, in goal, Orlando Mosquera, the back 5, Michael Murillo, Fidel Escobar, Harold Cummings, Andres Andrade, Eric Davis, Jose Fajardo, Anibal Godoy, Alberto Carrasquilla, Alberto Quintero, and Edgar Barcenas up top for Panama. Of course, Panama also beat Costa Rica. The teams who have won their matches in the first match round are playing each other tonight in Group C. Of course, El Salvador and Costa Rica play after this. This is at Red Bull Arena. So Michael Murillo will be able to make a homecoming, speaking of. Because he used to play for the Red Bulls before he went to Anderlecht. So he will be able to make a homecoming, Michael Murillo. So that's lovely. Games are about to start. Is the stream choppy or is it just me? It's choppy. I don't know what's going on. The Wi-Fi is Wi-Fiing. The Wi-Fi is Wi-Fi. It is what it is. Probably because I'm uploading that Run It Back for the Dynasty Stars. That probably is having a big reason of why. So, that might just be doing it. That might be the reason why. Still says 92%. I don't know. How we doing, Rory? I'm not completely sure what's going with the Wi-Fi, but it is what it is. But they're at Harrison, New Jersey, Red Bull Arena. I think it looks a bit better. I'm not sure, but it looks a bit better to me. So, Martinique versus Panama. Martinique in their 8th appearance. Panama in their 2-time CONCACAF Gold Cup runners-up. And there comes the buffering for Fox Sports app. So I think maybe this is just a Wi-Fi's crap situation. I use too much Wi-Fi, I guess. Or the severe weather's taking out the Wi-Fi, or not taking out the Wi-Fi, or I don't know. Or the severe weather is going to lead to Wi-Fi problems. With that being said, I probably should pull that out. It's better now, okay. Happy with Araujo signing, already integrated into the team, as he should be. Number 2, Araujo for Portland Timbers. Let's see how this is processing. Oh, okay, so it's processing quick. Good. Speaking of, let me pull up the National Weather Service website. Severe thunderstorm warning. If these storms are about to blow. Oh, that's a heavy one. All right. De Persine, Lapis, Michelet, Pololo, Thimon, Mexique, Efestion, Arbeau, Marnie, Rupern, and Lebeau for Martinique. They're starting 11. They're the home side tonight. See if they have a different shirt, because they've been wearing white the whole way. Yeah, I would bet so. For Panama, in goal, Orlando Mosquera. The back 3, Andres Andrade, Fidel Escobar, Harold Cummings, Eric Davis, Anibal Godoy, Alberto Carrasquilla, Michael Murillo, Alberto Quintero, Edgar Barcenas, Jose Fajardo for Panama. Of course, Panama are the favorites here, even though these are both match winners over their past match. Panama is definitely the favorite here. Costa Rica, El Salvador. I still say El Salvador is the favorite against Costa Rica. Martinique wearing their red kits, red and black kits. Panama wearing white. So Martinique will finally wear their red kits in this tournament. I like. Of course, Martinique has a new flag. Before this Gold Cup started. Which honestly, I think it's cooler because you know what? Most Central American teams in CONCACAF, their base is blue. Honduras, El Salvador, Panama, they have a blue base, at least for their away kits, but they have a lot of blue. Costa Rica uses the blue away. Like, there's a lot. Guatemala, USA wears blue, to be honest. So, to see Martinique wear red, black, and green, that's something different. The Guatemalan goalkeeper might go to MLS. Where do you think he should go? If Orlando's losing Gallese, I say Orlando. If not, I think they could do better. I think NYCFC could do better than Barraza, NYCFC. Toronto, well, we'd be in the same situation we are now with Johnson and Romero, so no. So I don't think that's helpful. Game's about to start after this ad break. Two matches today. And then after today, we only have 3 more days of the group stage left of actual matches. The 4th is an off day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because Monday's off. He played in Europe, but he's going to MLS. That's what they've been saying, but I'm not sure. Probably would do better in MLS, to be honest. Yeah, those Martinique kits are amazing. I like. And here we go. And here we go. Martinique kicks off to start their second match. At Red Bull Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. Red Bull decided to sell Dom Schloboschlei. Yeah, I saw that. Said Martinez is the referee. Not surprised. Hagen needs to come to MLS before his team gets relegated. Okay, so Orlando. They're losing Gallese, it sounds like. Even then, Hagen's still a better backup than freaking Staduhar. Headed away. Or he could go to New York. I mean, I think he's better than Barraza and Freeze, personally. I'm excited for tomorrow's games. A lot will be said after tomorrow's games. If somehow Canada loses, one of the favorites are out. Exactly. If not mathematically all but out. But you know what? I hope that's not the case because that would make me lose my mind. I would feel like it's 2013. This is not 2013. Carrasquilla to take this corner. Adalberto Carrasquilla. Playing well with the Dynamo this year. Cross in, headed away by Martinique. Panama are still the favorites here, even though Martinique got a shock win against El Salvador, but they did pocket 3 points, which you could kind of see that mentality in their 11, that they pocketed their points. And they're happy with 3, and they could build on that, hopefully against Costa Rica. Panama, as it is the best team in the group. I'll deal with that later. But again, Jack Grealish supports Guate. I probably did pronounce it wrong. Schloboschlei. That's the way. I did it that way, but I think I probably did. I wouldn't be surprised it was slightly wrong, if not wrong in general. Jack Grealish supports Guate. I mean, we know he's on the piss, but we know he still has a hangover. Cross in. Cleared away. Guatemala have grown a lot. I have Panama in the final. I still got Jamaica in the final. It could be Mexico as well. It'll be interesting to see. Panama definitely could, though, this year. They definitely could. They brought pretty much their A team. They pretty much took their guys to Gold Cup as well. Which, if Panama could do it, why the USA doesn't do it, or Canada didn't do it, or Mexico didn't do it, makes no sense. Hey, it's a good night out, you know. It's better than the Red Bulls game. I had to. It's probably your own stadium this whole season. Well, Well, I mean, Troy's doing somewhat okay with the Red Bulls. Okay, that's a little bit harsh, but still. I'm not trying it, no. 5th minute, 0-0. Victor Griffith was Panamanian. There is Panamanian. Small world. Air quality was bad earlier today. It's better. Nice day out. Good. There is a lot of rain in Ontario right now. Severe weather, actually. I only know that because I saw the live stream from Weather Network. Guess it's that Ring of Fire setup. I don't know. Laughs. It's not connected, though, to what's going on here, so. Have you ever been to Afton, Missouri? No, I have not. Well, I've never stopped there. It's very possible I've been through there on like road trips, like to Kansas City or Columbia or to Branson or to the Dells. I mean, it's very possible. Shot past the post, but I've never stopped there. I know where it is, though. I think it's in the KTVI viewing area. I think it is. It isn't far. So it's very likely. Just haven't noticed. Just wide. Or maybe also driven through there on going to like West County Center or something like that. I haven't been to West County Center in a while. Well, Chesterfield Mall is pretty much dead anyway. 7th minute. West County, South County. Yeah. Just wide, yep. Probably heard it called out more during severe weather coverage than I've actually passed through it, to be honest. 7th minute. I don't know if that was them or I don't know. That's off. Come on. Marseillas. Good evening. Good evening. I mean, Panama should win this game, frankly. Cross blocked away off of Marseillas. This one's going to be boring, isn't it? I could tell. I could tell. Panama still put out their 18 and it's going to be boring. Offensive guard and defensive tackle. That's a lot of work. I don't think Afton's ever played O'Fallon. I know East St. Louis does. I know CBC did sometimes. I think they just played CBC again last year. I don't know. I think they did. Heads on. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be cleared away. El Salvador versus Costa Rica will be a better game. Yeah, I would agree with that. I still think El Salvador wins that one. Shot save by De Persine. Like, Panama's fine with a draw. Martinique is fine with a draw, but Martinique rotated. Panama's pushing. But they put out their A team. So this Martinique gets a draw. They've done a good job here. And that also means whoever loses Costa Rica, El Salvador, if this holds, gets eliminated mathematically. So Costa Rica and El Salvador do not want this to be a draw because one of them will be eliminated if that happens. Unless there's a draw in that game. But somebody's losing that. Somebody's going to lose it. I don't know who, but somebody will. Panama pushing harder than me and the boys in Warzone. At least it's not Fortnite. How about Overwatch? How about Overwatch? At least it's not Fortnite. I'd rather play Fall Guys before I played Fortnite. I know Fall Guys is different, but still. Fall Guys seems fun. Fortnite just seems immature. Yeah, I don't think so. Warren Barton, good color guy. Listen to him. Like listening to him. Him and Kobe are my favorites on Fox Sports. Yeah. I do like Adrian Garcia Marquez as well. And Mo Adu. I like them as well. I could really care less about John Strong is John Strong and, well, Stu Holden, well, y'all know. Beta! That's not going to die, isn't it? They'll concede within 20 minutes. I'd say about 30. But if Haiti could almost do it for a half, and Panama's not as good as Mexico, that's a dive. But okay, that'll be a goal kick for Mosquera, Mexico. And they won last night. They didn't even need a penalty. Check your tone. Oh, he lost his shoe. And nobody yeeted the cleat. Oh, this is not a Florida LSU game. Okay. Somebody should have yeeted the cleat. Yeet the cleat into the stands. Cletus yeetus. Cross in, header. That'll be cleared. Oh, was that a handball off Godoy? I could see why they were calling it cleared, or at least asking for it, I should say. Calling it different. I like the Martinique home kits. Would I get a yellow card for a Panama player if they actually did it? That might be a red card. Like, that could be a red card, to be honest. Like, CONCACAF, the shithousing, I don't know if that throwing a cleat is a shithousing move or you're just being an asshole. That could get a red card. And besides, if there's people in the stands, which there isn't here, so you probably be safe about it. If there's people in the stands, that would definitely be a red card. Because, well, where that cleat came off, might just hit somebody in the face. Lord Martinique, saved by Mosquera. And he gets on it. So, there's factors to consider. I don't think CONCACAF will look at that as CONCACAF shithousing. So, no, that's a point towards red. If it was a full stadium, point towards red. Canada, USA, Mexico match predictions. Canada beats Guatemala 2-1. USA beats Trinidad 3-0. Mexico beats Qatar 3-0. Their next matches. Those are my predictions. And then Canada beats Cuba 4-0, 5-0. I still think they're going to boat race Cuba. Probably shouldn't think that, but they will. I don't know. They'll probably just announce attendance at the second match and then everybody's there. Like, seriously. I was referencing college football. I was referencing the LSU Florida game in 2020 with all that fog. in December, like the final week of the season. The Florida player threw the cleat, ruined their national championship chances because they lost because they gave LSU yards and they kicked the field goal. And then they couldn't get theirs on the other end with like 30 seconds left. So that ruined their national championship chances. And Florida, they had a chance for the national championship that year, or the college football playoff. Cross in. I think Georgia's still. Did Florida still win the East that year? No, Bama won that year. That's when Bama won the championship. Bama won the West. Who won the East? It wasn't Tennessee. I don't think it was Georgia yet. Georgia had a good season, but I don't think they had won the East yet. I think it was Florida, and then they lost to Bama. But had they not lost to LSU, they still could have been top 4. I think that's the argument. 15th minute, but that's what I was referencing. If Cuba beats Guadeloupe and Canada beats Guatemala, the group is going to be so tight. Cuba's not beating Guadeloupe, so maybe a draw, but I don't think they're beating Guadeloupe unless Ryko or Rosarena goes full Randy and then Guadeloupe gets hit on the counter by Cuba. But they've already lost players to defections, so I'm going to say that, it may happen in the NBA. I was referencing college, though. Football. Cross in. Header. Oh. They'll go out for a goal kick. 16th minute. 0-0. 0-0. Let me see, actually. Now I'm confused. Oh, boy. That's right down the hatch. That's right down the hatch. Severe thunderstorm warning, but still. That's coming straight at us. I'll be watching that one. 2020. Oh, there we go. It was Florida versus Bama, and they only lost 46-52. Oh, okay. Let's see what they say. That's just radar indicated hail and wind gust. No radar indicated rotation. All right. And that's the St. Louis County one that's down the hatch. Yep. Okay. That doesn't sound too bad. It should just be a severe thunderstorm. Just got to keep an eye on it. '18th minute. Josh Richardson for the Heat. He threw the shoe into the crowd, got ejected. Yeah, if you throw it to the crowd. What happened with Florida is that the player threw it down the field. Got 15 yards. I think they said how far he threw it, too. I think so. Yeah, Alabama, Florida, yep. Kyrie Irving resigning with the Mavericks. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 18th minute. I thought he'd leave. I guess he wants to win with Luka. If only they didn't lose Brunson. If only the Mavericks didn't lose Jalen Brunson. But then Kyrie Irving wouldn't even be there. But I think they'd be better off if they still had Jalen Brunson. But that's just me personally. 19th minute. I know enough about basketball to get by. I just don't cover it much. And I really don't watch that much besides the Raptors, but I know. So there you go. I know. Thank God I'm watching on the Fox Sports app if these storms hit because, I don't need to be sitting here waiting for these things to work. That Ring of Fire setup is going mad today and tomorrow and possibly Sunday. It looks like it's but it looks like it's set up with barely any tornadoes, if any. And if they are, they're EF1s. They're spin-ups and EF1s, but there's still a 2% chance on the synoptics, but, you know, even with that enhanced risk. That enhanced risk tomorrow is really driven by a 30% chance of damaging winds. So, 20th minute. Then you honestly just divide it by 25. It's 25 miles on a point. Cross! Cleared by Martinique. So really, it's not even a 2% chance. It's, I'm not doing the math right now. Between like 2 divided by 25. Yep. I actually have one of those, by the way. I actually have one of those. Corner here for Panama. The dribbling Raptor. I have it. Behind the Vancouver Grizzlies teal jersey. That was awesome too. The Canadian jerseys were amazing back in the 90s. The Raptors are born now, and the Grizzlies are in Memphis. And John Morant's being a menace to society. Cross in. Punched away. Headed away. That'll be another corner. John Morant being a menace to society. Or at least being a cornball. I don't know if he's being, but he's being a cornball. John Morant ain't about that life, and he's acting like he's about that life. If that ruins your career, well, deserved. They told him, don't wave a gun on camera. He waves a gun on camera a second time. And they only suspend him 20 games or whatever the hell, 25, I think. It's like, we're worried about the PA being up our ass. Past the post, almost to own goal, pretty much. David Stern would have put John Morant. Like, he was suspended him half the season and told him you got to play in the G League for the second half. That's what he would have done to him. Adam Silver ain't got the balls to do what David Stern would have did. David Stern would have freaking suspended Ja for half the season, told him to play the G League the second half. So, in theory, he'd be suspended for a full season, but he'd still be playing G League game second half. A forced rehab assignment. Enjoy wherever the hell the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis hustle. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Enjoy Hattiesburg. Enjoy Hattiesburg, yeah. Oh, no. Or was it South Haven? Either way. Enjoy South Haven. Yeah, it was South Haven. My bad. The Memphis Hustle. Actually in South Haven, Mississippi. Enjoy South Haven. Ja. Enjoy South Haven. It's not that fun. Hattiesburg ain't far off either, though. Martinique playing forward here. I got myself confused. Now I gotta look. Well, betting on your own team actually affects the sanctity of the sport. Brandishing unlicensed firearms is really just being a bad role model, which isn't good for the kids that watch the sport, but you're technically telling the kids to get into degeneracy either way, because it's like, oh, we're going to push betting. So when you're 21, you can bet on our games, but if you're a player, oh no. And then that's just a bad sign. So really, really you're into a total moral battleground there. You're either telling the kids who are watching their favorite players, oh, it's fine to wave around unlicensed firearms with your boys, but it's also okay to bet on games. But it's not okay for your hero to bet on games. But it's fine if you're a degenerate. So you're basically saying, oh, well, we don't want you to be a degenerate that waves around firearms. But if you bet, that's fine. Still asking the kid to be a degenerate when they grow up. I mean, do you really care? It's a conundrum. It is. Like, do the leagues actually really care? Because I'll play devil's advocate here for Ja. Advocate here. He's waving around an unlicensed firearm. You're telling the kids that, oh, your hero shouldn't be doing this. We need to suspend him. But we'll push betting ads to you, so when you're 21, you become a degenerate anyway. But as long as you're not waving firearms, we just want you to be our type of degenerate. But your hero can't bet on games either. So, do the leagues really care about the kids? Or the NBA care? No. I mean, yeah, Ja was trying to act hard, which definitely could have been bad for him, but could have ended badly for him, but it doesn't seem like he's stopping anyway, even though he got suspended twice. So, I don't think it's a freaking high ground moral police thing to do. I mean, yeah, Ja, in my thoughts, he rightfully got suspended. But you could also say, like, does the league really care about the kids that are watching? No, they don't. They just don't want them to be degenerates in the way that us trying to portray. They want them to be degenerates in the way they're trying to push with the betting ads when they turn 21. But that's still degeneracy. So you're still promoting it either way. It's just, I don't know. But, it's probably because it's league sanctioned as the betting. Exactly, And it's also a question of if you're stupid enough to follow your hero and wave a unlicensed firearm around whenever you turn old enough to do that. Well, it's called natural selection. It's called Darwinism. You F around, you find out. You can't be that stupid, can you? But then again, I mean, betting doesn't really hurt anybody, but point is, leagues aren't morally correct on policing one side of degeneracy if they push the other. Either hate it all, either go against it all, or don't. Like, that's the way I see it. Go against betting and waving unlicensed firearms, or don't. But measured approaches are not really anything in this current age, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Yep. Interesting. That's weird. Header save by Martinique, 29th minute. See how boring this game is? I went off on a tangent. That is, you're right. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Okay. I'll deal with that when I deal with that. Oh, okay. It's right there. Good. Good. Goal kick for Martinique, 30th minute. Ooh, I need to see that. That is a... Playing forward, 30th minute. So running back is up. So pretty much be hit by the north side of it. Okay. All right. Playing forward, Panama. Cross in, side netting. It's going east, so looks like north, or the north end of it to me. Okay. Yeah, east. Okay, so the north end of it. Good. 25 miles per hour. I'll keep checking on it. 32nd minute. Garaskia. Nice play cleared by Martinique. Martinique clears the ball. Still Panama. Thirty-third minute, 0-0. Settle is settled. Martinique holding firm. Panama has had a couple of chances, but I'd say it's pretty half and half. Martinique holding firm. Free kick for Martinique. If this is a draw, Costa Rica and El Salvador, one of them is in trouble. One of them is in trouble. They don't want this to be a draw, I can tell you that much. '34th minute. Have you ever fell asleep on your own watch along like Yan LFC did? I've never fallen asleep on a watch along. I don't know. I felt tired. I've never fell asleep. I just keep talking. Like, I think you've seen me tired before. I've never fell asleep on my own watch along. Besides, it's not even comfortable enough to sleep in this chair. It's a freaking computer chair that's got a webbed back. There is no pillowiness to it. I throw my head back, I'm gonna freaking have a freaking crick in my neck the next time I wake up. Like, I know. Like, if I had a gaming chair with like a pillow at the back and it was like a nice down chair or whatever, yeah, maybe I would, but not here. There's no lumbar, there's not really any lumbar support. I throw my head back, which I'm known to do if I sleep. My head, if I'm sitting and sleeping or sitting and wanting, like if I was on a road trip or something, like, even though there's a headrest, I do like throw my head back or tilt it. But my neck would be screwed. Like, I don't, there's no, like, even, but sitting in the car, there's more of a, leather down feel to it. But there's nothing really in this chair that makes me want to sleep. Like, I know if I sleep, one of the least worst things can happen is I'm going to get a crick in my neck. So, that's not going to feel good. This could easily fall over if I do move a lot in my sleep. Like, I do toss and turn. I pull my sheets. So, that's probably not good either when it comes to being in a chair like this with no straps or no nothing. So, I think it's the fact that I know I can't fall asleep on stream, even if I'm tired. Like, I used to have a chair that I could sleep in that was around, I don't know, when did we replace it? Like, it probably was a decade ago, if not 8 years. But there used to be a chair that was more sleepable, which I did a couple of times. You never seen it. But it was bigger, had like a pillowish type office chair. Lots of not like a gaming chair, but similar. Lots of padding. When I get cold, to throw a blanket on, I'm like, I fell asleep in there a couple of times. This one, no. Cross in, header. But I will say this. I think the thing that really tells you if I'm going to go to sleep in a chair is if I bring over a blanket and I'm really cold. Like, if I'm really cold, and this is, like, if I just stay up for a while and I'm sitting near the computer and I have the vent open, I get cold. Headed on, save! What a save by Martinique. What if Martinique wins? They'll be top of the group. Well, they're top of the group right now, actually. But they'll be actually top of the group if they were to win this match instead of just tied for top. I guess they have better fair play points or something. I'm not sure. Martinique is top of the group. Huh. They weren't before, so something happened that made them top of the group right now. Welcome back, Rory. Bucket of water from air conditioner, getting very full. I don't think... Either Portland's really different or you have a different type of air conditioner. 39th minute, 0-0, settle. But still, like, if I'm doing something like the trackathon, I guess, it's no. On Christmas Eve, and I'm up, and I'm just staying up. Like, and I'm sitting over at the computer, I get cold. Like, last year, I put on one of my hoodies. And I think one of my bigger, I don't know if it was one of my sweatpants over my pajama pants, but I did that for about a couple hours. It was like, what, 4 o'clock? What's the longest stream you've ever had in a single day? Or longest stream? Longest stream I've ever done in a single day. That would have to be that Mississippi State versus Memphis one. That 5.5 hour stream because of that rain delay back last September. Week 1, Mississippi State versus Memphis. It has to be that one. Like, that's got to be it. I don't think I've done anything longer than that. That was, what did I say, stream. Longest. I don't know why I read what I read. But maybe my brain is shut off. I don't know. 5.5 hours. Yep. Almost 6. Cross in. Header. That'll be cleared. Let me check again. Thought it was 5.5. But I don't think there's been anything longer than that Mississippi State one. Because there was a rain delay. Let's see. 5:41:49, Memphis at Mississippi State. 5 hours, 41 minutes. Almost 42. There's your answer. 5:41. Almost 6 hours. Just barely under. Side netting for Panama. Or past the post. 42nd minute. Yeah, I agree with that. So there's a severe thunderstorm warning pushing through. Northwestern St. Clair County, Northwestern Monroe County. 6:45 p.m. Central Time. Still radar indicated hail and wind. No radar indicated tornado or rotation. Okay. All right. Yep. Figured that was going to happen. 43rd minute. You're going to hear it. 43rd minute. Getting close to the half. Header cleared. Martinique being tough. Seems kind of like Haiti yesterday in that first half. This kind of reminds me of what Haiti was doing against Mexico for that first half. This kind of reminds me of that. How we doing? Corner here for Panama in the 44th minute. 1 minute plus stoppage time to go. Very likely, I should say. What's the score? 0-0. Settle. Panama with the corner here. Barcenas. Yeah, I saw 4 Cuban players defected. Yes, I saw that. I saw. 44th minute. Header. Getting to the 45th. Martinique players down. 0-0 settle a set. '45th minute. 3 more halves of football. Well, almost to be 3 more halves of football left today. 1 minute of stoppage time. Not like that's going to be the case. Oh! It was friendly fire. The header was friendly fire that popped him down. .30 seconds through stoppage time, so they'll either play the next 30 or they'll play through 46:30. Either way, or just a 47, I guess. But drop ball. Drop ball. Plays forward. Lapis. Martinique. Free kick here for Martinique into the 47th minute. Oh! Throw in for Panama. Getting to the 47th minute, and that is halftime. Be halftime 0-0, settle with settle. 0-0, settle with settle. Halftime for Martinique versus Panama. Pretty much a tight defensive game. Martinique had a couple of chances, but Panama's had more. But Martinique's defended well. Game's going. Arguably, it's boring, but Panama's drawing Martinique. Martinique's defending well. Panama's had a couple more chances than Martinique have. But it's really just the game's going the way it is. It's going down the path of a draw. Sort of similar to Haiti versus Mexico last night, but less exciting. Slightly less exciting. I saw. With that being said, we'll sit tight, be back for the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. 0-0, settle with settle. Another 45 to go. Sit tight. We're back for the stats of the half. Took a little bit longer, but with that being said, 29% possession to 71% possession, 1 shot to 9, 9 and 2 accurate passes, 73% to 261, 88%, 3 fouls to 10, 2 offside to 1, 7 corners to 1 corner to 7. 1 shot to 9, 0 shots on goal to 3, 126 passes to 296, 73% pass accuracy to 88, 5 throws to 11, 1 yellow card to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 0-0, settle at the half. Panama is the better team, but Martinique is defending hard. That's pretty much what the story of this game is. Panama being stonewalled by Martinique's defensive capabilities, which I'm honestly kind of shocked, to be honest. I expected more. From Panama. I didn't expect Martinique to stonewall them, even for 45 minutes. Similar to the Haiti-Mexico game first half, except it wasn't as exciting. Martinique definitely is just defending. They've had like a chance or two, but it's really just defend. Hit on the counter. They don't hit. Simple as. Panama will probably break them down at some point, but as of now, they both have 1 point from this match. And if Costa Rica or El Salvador lose, they're eliminated mathematically if this result holds. They do not need that. I can tell you that much. They do not need that. That being said, sit tight. Or not sit tight, but we're here for another 45. Costa Rica wearing their white kits. El Salvador wearing their blue. Tomorrow we got Cuba versus Guadeloupe and Guatemala versus Canada, but I'm only doing TFC. Or I'm doing TFC and then Canada. Cuba, Guadeloupe, I'm not covering. Or I could be watching that as the TFC game goes. But either way, we'll see. With that being said, we're on our way for the next 45 as this game goes. We should invite France or Argentina to the Gold Cup. You know, I wouldn't hate it. I think it'd be interesting, I should say. I think it would be interesting. Okay. Paying attention to that one. But after the commercial's over, we'll be on to the next 45. You know what? Might as well. We were linked to Fergan, but we didn't have an offer. Weren't that interested. It's before we got Frank Boley. I really like Boley. Fits our striker profile of a striker. We got a healthy Felipe Mora. Yeah, I think Fergan would be better for New York, to be honest. I just hope they don't get him in before Leagues Cup. We are playing New York in New York, so that'll be a... Yeah, TFC I watch, and then I'll watch Canada, but I'm doing a double anyway, so... I'm doing both games, then I'm reviewing them once they're over. Just like I did the USA, Jamaica, and Toronto, New England games. Like I did Toronto versus San Jose and Canada versus Curacao. I've done this a couple of times before. Probably the way I should have done the Champions League final in TFC versus whoever, but I didn't. So tomorrow's a double. Tuesday's also a double. Saturday will be a double too, I think. Or I might just cover TFC and then do the other quarterfinal that I can't do. Liga MX is back today. Yep. Second half's about to start. Because it looks like Canada will play the Sunday of quarterfinals. And they're about to kick off here. Just said we got a couple of double streams coming up. Six, 8:30. Knowing Canada won't play on Saturday, I might just have to do Toronto, St. Louis, and then just do both quarterfinals on Sunday. Here we go, 45th minute. Or make the RSR as I go live for the quarter. So I think that was 6. Didn't that say 6:30? So no, that's its actual start. Yeah. Well, I technically am next Saturday. I've done one already, but I'm technically doing one on Saturday. I'll do a couple during Leagues Cup too. Plays forward, Panama. Looking for a leading goal. Hell, Martinique is too. Will Martinique still defensively hold down? So I'll very likely watch both Gold Cup games on Saturday. Not this Saturday, but well, yeah. I'll probably be watching Guadeloupe, Cuba over there as Toronto's being played. But the 8th of July, the quarterfinal, I'll probably just be doing Toronto, and I'll have both Gold Cup games going over there. Or at least the first one, then I'll watch the second one. So I'll watch them. So when I recap the quarters, there you go. But Toronto's 6:30 to 8:30 Central, 7:30 to 9:30 Eastern. So I'm pretty much screwed. Cross in, save. Unless, like, most of that Gold Cup, that 8:30 is just when the preview starts and they're actually kicking off at 9. If that's the case, I've been paying attention. If that's the case, The kickoff's really 9 o'clock. I'll have everything ready and I'll just whip it up like right then and there. I might only cover one quarterfinal. Hell. On the day of, depending on when Canada starts. Japan. Free kick for Martinique. 50th minute, 0-0, settle. Takes the shot. Header. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Ned fleeced Charlotte. They overpaid for Bill Tuiloma. Bill's been really struggling there. It's sad to see Timbers won the trade right at this moment. Hey, I like Bill, but sometimes things just don't go your way. Sometimes they say you should have a change of scenery. Sometimes you shouldn't. This is one of those opposite times where Bill he didn't need a change of scenery. 51st minute. Goal kick here for Martinique. 52nd minute. Still a stonewall. Still a stalemate so far in this match. Still a stonewalled match. Getting close to the hour mark. Martinique. Free kick for Martinique. They pull it back, the advantage. Player down hurt. '54th minute. Drop ball for Panama. Playing forward here is Martinique. Interesting. Still tied. There we go. We are in the polygon of the severe thunderstorm warning. All right. For the sake of CONCACAF, someone please score a goal. And that's a goal for Panama. Panama scores. Ball crossed in. Header by Fajardo. It's own goal. Own goal. 1-0 Panama. No, it is Fajardo. Jose Fajardo scores. The header. One-0. 1-0, 56th or 58th minute. The stone wall is broken by Jose Fajardo. 1-0 Panama. 1-0. Be clear, 58th minute. Great header. Yeah, I agree. So we're not under the severe thunderstorm warning. We're not in the polygon. Interesting. Playing forward. Did you go to school for meteorology? No, I learned it all myself. I taught myself everything I know. Which, it's not that hard to learn. But I've been learning this stuff since I was like, for hurricanes, like 6, but 8 in general. Yeah, we're not even in the polygon, no. That north flank, yeah. Frickin' Weather Channel. Just self-researching, pretty much. $1-0 still. 1-0. Can't wait to see LA Knight win Money in the Bank. Yeah. I hope they don't put on Logan Paul, but they probably will. It should be LA Knight, but I wouldn't put it past them if they put on Logan Paul. Ricochet has no chance in hell, so let's not even act like he has a chance to win Money in the Bank. He's in there as the high spot guy, and you know it. I'd say the biggest chances are LA Knight and Logan Paul. Ricochet's there as a spot guy. High spot guy, and you know it. 62nd minute. Oh, that's out for a corner. At least it wasn't an own goal. Nakamura would be nice, but I don't see him winning either. Crossed in by Carrasquilla. Headed away by Martinique. 63rd minute. Patrick Bernard and LeBon are coming on for Martinique. LeBon is on for Thimol. Bernard is on for Efestion. Yep. Burner for Efestion. Guatemala versus Canada prediction. Canada 2-1 wins. Cross in. Headed away. I bet he does. '65th minute. 25 more minutes for this match to go. Martinique looks like they're about to make 2 more subs. I'm sure. I'll raise my hand because I'm sure. '67th minute. Seems like a smart plan. El Salvador, Costa Rica is next. How we doing? 68th minute. Header. Brought down. Canada's not losing to Guatemala. I don't think they are, but I can see a bad day. I can see how a bad day makes us lose, though. Yeah, no. Shot! Goal! 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 Goal de Panama! 2-0. Michael Murillo cuts in, pops it to top bins. Near post. Michael Murillo scores at his former stadium. You just knew he had to. You just knew Michael Murillo was scoring his homecoming. And he does. 2-0, 2-0. Nice run by Michael Murillo. He scores in his homecoming. The former Red Bull scores at Red Bull Arena. Boom! 70th minute. 2-0, 2-0. Right after I ask if it's 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Fabienne coming on for Martinique. They have 2 more subs in 1 window. Panama has not made any subs yet. Yeah, this is kind of similar to Mexico versus Haiti, isn't it? That'd be a -1, right? Martinique would now be the -1 goal differential, wouldn't they? That was an excellent pass. Diaz to come on for Panama. They will make their first sub, then they'll have 4 in 2 windows. I wouldn't be shocked. El Salvador, Costa Rica, Toronto versus Real Salt Lake, Guatemala versus Canada. Our next 3 to cover. All 3 of them will get reviewed because tomorrow is a double review. Header! What a save! What a save! Corner for Panama, 72nd minute. That's the bottom that really is the kicker. All right. Out. That was yesterday. 2-0 still, 72nd minute. They'll take a save. Take a sub here. How's the Forge game going? I have no idea. I'm watching Gold Cup. I have no idea how Forge is going. Cross in, shot! That would go out. Let me guess, they lost or drew. I have no idea. Let me check. Should be over by now. They're drawing 1-1. Speak of the devil. Kyle Becker just scored to make it 1-1. 88th minute. Farron scored for Halifax. Better than I thought, to be honest. Forge is still second in the league, though. Yanis for Davis is the sub, and Diaz is on as well. Diaz is on, and Yanis is on. So 3 subs for 2 windows. Cesar Yanis and Ismael Diaz is on. For Eric Davis was for Yanis. And Martinique will make their 2 subs. Fortune is on for Brighton LeBeau. And Cyril Manduki is coming on. So Martinique's made all their subs for Arbeau. 2 windows, 3 subs for Panama. Forge, what happened? 2-1. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yep. Penalty for Nimick. Tristan Henry gave it away. course. Maybe I shouldn't want Bobby Smirniotis to coach TFC. 75th minute. Well, I mean, Tristan Henry pretty much gave away the penalty. I mean, corner here for Martinique. 2-0, 2-0. Cross away, 75th minute. Brought down, that'll be cleared. Two 0 Panama. And this game should hold fair. Panama should hold from here, 76th minute. Then a last-minute goal to make it 1-1 against Calvary. Then a loss to Pacific 1-0 the 86th minute. Then lost to Valor 2-0, Vancouver 2-0. Then finally winning against Ottawa 4-3, losing right now 2-1. Yeah, things are not going well for Forge. Still second in the league, though. Getting a bit dark out there. Still looking. But who cares? This is Gold Cup. Exactly. 77th minute. Cross is in. This was the cross. Side netting. Forza Canada. That's tomorrow. Match day 2 for Canada tomorrow. Then Tuesday is their third match day of the group. And who knows? That could be. They should still be able to play through that. But still. 78th minute. Oh, no. Bad giveaway. 78th minute. With another 12 minutes. Or 13, I should say, plus stoppage time. Free kick. Or Panama's going to make a sub here. Free kick, or they just pulled back the free kick. 2 subs for Panama with one more window, or 2 windows. They'll have one more for 1 window. Welch coming on. What do you think of the MLS All-Star team this year? I mean, it's not horrible. I think Richie Larea should have been in there. I think Richie got jobbed, but if it's because he was on loan and his loan technically ended and they couldn't just pull him in for the All-Star game, I understand that. But he still should have been there. He still should have been there. I think Richie deserved to be at the All-Star game, but that's TFC's fault for not either extending his loan where they had notice, or unless if they extended his loan, they would call him in because I think he deserves to be there. But that's the only thing that makes it okay that he's not, is if the loan was the loan ending and not being extended or him being signed. They're going to do all 3, so all 3 subs. So no third window. 80th minute. How does John Gallagher get in there? Yeah, that one kind of surprised me. But again, if Richie Larea would have been able to go there, he wouldn't be. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks that there's no Toronto players in the All-Star game for the 3rd straight actual All-Star game and the 4th straight year. Because remember, there was no All-Star game in 2020. So, of course, there was no Toronto players in it in 2020. The last time they had a player in the All-Star game was Seba Giovinco in 2019 against Juventus. Funnily enough, Bernardeschi was in that game. So, technically, the last time we had an All-Star, cross in, shot, past the post. So, technically, Bernardeschi has played the All-Star game before. So, it's not like he's doing something or losing an opportunity that he's never had. He's had the opportunity. Insigne, on the other hand, we've been that bad. Miller, Welch, and Waterman coming on. Andrade for Miller. Mario Wild, 81st minute. Andrade out for Miller. Godoy off for Welch, and Waterman on for Fajardo. So that's every sub. Panama had an extra window. They chose to just take all 3 subs now. '82nd minute. TFC2 is beating Crown Legacy 1-0. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Yay! Let's go! I can't believe it. And Crown Legacy is top of the table. Well, I think you have to be like, what, 8 to make the playoffs in MLS Next Pro per conference? Go TFC. Well, it's TFC too, but still. They're beating Crown Legacy. Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with a white Vans. '83rd minute. Back at it again with a white Vans. And are we just now going to start quoting Vans? '83rd minute. Panama playing forward. Nice play. No room shot. That'll go out for a corner. Yanis can play it on. 83rd minute. '84th minute. Corner for Panama. Cross in. Header over the bar. Panama top of the group. I would do a mile high. Martinique still in second. Even if Panama doesn't qualify, punch their ticket to the group stage. After tonight, they'll still be in the catbird seat. They will if Costa Rica, El Salvador draws. There's a loser, still technically Panama will have not punched their ticket to the knockout stage. That's cognizant, or I should say, that relies on the other result being a draw. So now Costa Rica and El Salvador could draw without worrying about themselves getting knocked out of the tournament. Oh no, they didn't want Panama Martinique to draw because one of them would have been knocked out. Even the team who loses between Costa Rica and El Salvador, if there's an outright winner, they still could get through the group stage if results fall their way. If Costa Rica were to win and then El Salvador were to beat Panama, Costa Rica were to beat Martinique, that would be, wait. Actually, no. I think whoever loses might just be eliminated. Because think about it like this. Let's say Costa Rica beats Martinique. El Salvador beats Costa Rica. Costa Rica would be at 3. Or Costa Rica beats Martinique. So that's 3 points, 3 points. Panama at 6. Or 7 or 9. When El Salvador is at... if El Salvador loses, yeah, I guess. El Salvador would have to lose against Panama. If El Salvador were to win for Costa Rica would have to beat Martinique, and then that would be up to goal differential. Jordan Frio with a header from the center of the box to the right corner for TFC2, 57th minute. Nice. Now they just need to hold on. It's still up to the last day of Group C for Tuesday for these teams. El Salvador is trying to get rid of Hugo Perez. They're out of their minds. Yeah, he's not the reason why they lost their last game. Hugo's in trouble if he loses here or gets knocked out in the group stage. But I would gladly take him in Toronto if they were that stupid. If they were that stupid, I'll take him. 88th minute. Playing on 88th minute. 2-0 2-0 Panama. Ooh. I just saw a bolt of lightning looking out the window. 88th minute. Like, you should have seen that. That was awesome. That was awesome. Getting to the 89th minute. '89th minute. Oh, damn. One minute to go. Plus stoppage time. I just wonder how much. Looks like there's one coming right behind it some point throughout this match. 30 seconds, less than 30 seconds of regular time here. Into the 90th minute. Oh, I thought that would have ended well. I'm surprised. Plays it back into the 90th minute. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Crown Legacy scores equalizer. Of course they did. Of course they did. Let's go to penalties. Or, I don't know. Isn't that how the Revs 2 game went? We scored first and they scored an equalizer, then we lost on penalties? Or was it we scored the equalizer and we lost on penalties? Either way, similar. I watched that game and I forgot. I just know we scored and then lost on penalties. Look at that, was pretty cool. 3 minutes to go. 91st minute. 3 minutes to go. Until this game is in the books. So basically, Panama's on the precipice of punching their ticket to the knockout stage, and whoever loses the Costa Rica-El Salvador game will be on the precipice of getting dumped out of the tournament. But there will not be a mathematical clinching or elimination tonight, unless... I don't think there is any mathematical clinching or elimination that can happen tonight. No. Cross. The only mathematical clinching is if Costa Rica and El Salvador were to draw, then Panama would clinch. But I don't think any mathematical eliminations can happen tonight. Shot over the bar. Halfway through stoppage time. Because if it's a draw, then Costa Rica, El Salvador can only get 4 points. Martinique could still get 6, but that means that that's just a hard way to fight for second. Panama already has 6, so theoretically they could get 9. So theoretically, or 7, which so theoretically that means basically somebody in the Costa Rica-El Salvador match needs to win. Panama played a great game tonight. Yeah, I agree. Even though it's been tough for them to score, they played a good game. I agree. Offside. With a minute and a half to go. So I'm going to guess the next match starts at about 8 because they say 7:30, but God knows they need to warm up and all that. So I'm going to guess about 8. So about 7:55 will be up for the next match. My guess. Brought down. Still. Shot. Save. Mosquera. Shot. Goal. Off the rebound. Martinique scores. A consolation, but it won't be enough. That's a goal for Martinique off the rebound. But again, Carl Fabian is the goal scorer. Carl Fabian is the goal scorer. It's 2-1, 1-2 for Panama. Helps the goal difference for Martinique. Back to a 0 goal differential. Panama down to 2. Fabian Mosquera with a horrible rebound. It's tipped over to Fabian. He was played onside. It's a goal. 94th minute. That'll be cleared. Or not. Panama. Could they get a third anyway? $94-20. Throw in, and that should be it. Martinique runs out of time. It's sort of like Haiti, to be honest, and that's full time. Full time, it is 1-2. 1-2. Panama wins. Martinique loses, but Martinique put up a good fight. But Martinique still has a chance to get out of this group. They're still second as of right now. Panama top of the group with 6 points. They haven't punched their ticket to the quarterfinal knockout stage yet. If there's a draw tonight between El Salvador and Costa Rica, that would be the case. But as of now, not by their own self if they punch their ticket on. With that being said, it's 1-2. 1-2. Panama wins as they should have. With that being said, that's that. If you like the stream, like, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification when subscribe. Send super chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you in about 25 minutes for the start of Costa Rica or El Salvador versus Costa Rica. We will be live for that, and I will review it for my Dynasty Stars. Run It Back is also up to watch in between. And there we go. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you later.